What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. In today's video, I want to get into a report from Diana Russini that the New York Jets have gotten calls on three players: Garrett Wilson, DJ Reed, and Davante Adams. Now, for full transparency, I don't think that the New York Jets are trading any of those three guys, but I wanted to talk through the logic with each one. Start with the only one who I think has a small chance of being traded, albeit a small chance, but that is DJ Reed. And I'll explain why. I am a huge fan of DJ Reed. Huge. I think he was by far Joe Douglas's best free agent signing. I think he will go down as one of the most underrated Jets of my lifetime. I would just be shocked if they were able to pay him the money that I think it's going to take to re-sign him. He's going to hit free agency at 28 years old, which is a touch old for corner. Let's not lie to ourselves. It's a little bit older. The Jets signed him for his age 26, 27, and 28 seasons. Smart, by the way. That's the kind of free agency you want to go after. But this go around, is he not going to get paid as a number one corner somewhere? I think he has proven that he's at worst, over the last 3-year sample size, at worst, the top 20 corner. I think better than that. This year, he's playing like a top 5 corner. Now, I don't know if I'd go as far to say that, you can realistically expect him to continue to be a top 5 corner. But is he a starting outside corner and a number one corner on close to half the teams in the league? Yeah, he absolutely is. So I just would be surprised if the Jets would be able to pay him and continue to do the things that they want to do with this roster. Even with all that, if I had to guess, I don't think Reed is the one who's traded. I think the Jets maybe only trade one person, and the person that I was thinking was Mike Williams, although now with Allen Lazard hurt, maybe end up holding on to Mike Williams, so they very well might not just trade anyone. And I'm not saying that's the right or wrong way to go about it, just telling you what my feeling is on the subject of how the Jets are going to react to the rest of the season. I think they run it with this group the entire way. I don't think they sell off any pieces. But with that being said, of the three names listed in this report, Reed is probably the most likely, or has the best chance. I don't know what the right wording is on that, because I don't think it's I don't think it's a high percentage chance that it happens, but of the three, I would say it's greater than Garrett Wilson or Davante Adams. The Garrett Wilson stuff makes absolutely zero sense. He has 2 more years of team control after this season. He's in year 3. The Jets could decide to pick up his 5th-year option, which all indications point to that they will do that. And there's been some rumblings about, not really from anyone of importance, just kind of like fan theory things, that people saying they should trade Garrett Wilson because he's overrated. He's not a number one receiver, this and that. And to me, I would say he is a number one receiver. I think there's different varying degrees of what qualifies as a number one receiver. Clearly, there's an elite tier, which maybe only 4 or 5 guys are in right now in the league. But I would say he's in the tier below that, which is still a very good wide receiver 1. And I know he had a slow start, but he has been very productive since the Minnesota game, which was the 5th game of the season. Plus, he's probably like the exact person that I would want to pay and deserves an extension. He's a homegrown talent. He's exceeded expectations from where he was drafted, or met or exceeded expectations. He genuinely cares. He wants to be here. And it seems like from an effort level and from how he carries himself, he genuinely cares, doesn't get in trouble off the field, and is an ascending young player. That, to me, checks every single box of what I would be trying to do. Now, you could have the conversation of if a new general manager comes in here after this year, which there's probably a very good chance that happens based on how the Jets have started this year, then maybe that new GM would want to trade some of their Jets assets to gain more picks and get some of his own guys in here. Maybe then we could have a different conversation. But even still, this is a player that I would really want the Jets to keep and want to continue to build around. And honestly, just for Davante Adams, I think he'll be here as long as Aaron Rodgers is here. I do think Rodgers is likely to come back in 2025. I know that's been batted around the last few weeks and kind of hot discussions of whether it's worth it for him to come back. I'm not even getting into right now whether it's worth it or not for Aaron Rodgers to come back, but my feeling is that he does come back. And if he is coming back, I think Davante will follow suit and we'll be back in 2025. So I would not expect the Jets to trade any of these three players listed, especially the two wide receivers. Let me know your take on it down below in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary. I'll catch you next time.